These red and purple spots are called sha, or malaria cutaneous bleeding in traditional Chinese medicine. The method, scraping repeatedly on the surface of skin with the instrument for treatment of diseases, is called scraping therapy. The scraping therapy is an ancient method for treatment of diseases in China, having a history of more than 2,000 years. In folk, people scrap repeatedly on uncomfortable parts of the body with porcelain fragments with smooth edge, bamboo plates, china spoon, bronze coin with water and white spirit used as lubricators. When malaria cutaneous bleeding appears, the disease will be cured and you will feel comfortable without taking any medicine. Because the therapy is simple, convenient, and effective, it has been very popular among the people. The folk scraping technique, in which scrapped regions are selected on basis of experience, lays a foundation for the late scraping therapy. In recent years, meridian theories in traditional Chinese medicine are applied to scraping therapy to guide selection of acupoints, resulting in expanding indicators and raising therapeutic effect. In 1991, Professor Lu Jilu came to the mainland from Taiwan and gave lectures about scraping therapy for dredging meridians and healthcare all over the country. Thus, more people received convenient therapy, gradually forming meridian scraping therapy, which brings the scraping therapy to a new stage. Zhang Shouqing, a medical expert of the People's Liberation Army, has been interested in traditional Chinese medicine ever since she started her career. She was deeply attracted by the scraping therapy and began to study and research with all her strength on this ancient therapy of traditional Chinese medicine. This is the place where Professor Zhang has often visited. Traditional medical culture of several thousand years is concentrated in the ancient books. Professor Zhang always thinks that the scraping therapy is a composition of traditional Chinese medicine. It is an abundant duty for a people's military surgeon to apply the scraping therapy to better serve the mass population and to develop traditional Chinese medicine. In order to inherit and develop the scraping therapy, Professor Zhang is assiduously studying basic theories of traditional Chinese medicine and goes to everywhere to learn from famous experts in traditional Chinese medicine. In her spare time, she often visits large hospitals to learn acupuncture, moxibustion, massage, and auricular therapy, and to explore new methods of using acupoints and meridians for treatment of diseases. In order to probe into mysteries of the scraping therapy, Professor Zhang studies theories of microcirculation. Through a practice of long time, she explains firstly scientific mechanisms of scraping therapy, so as to lay a firm theoretical basis for the scraping therapy. Microcirculation includes blood in vessels, tissue fluid outside vessels, and lymph as well. Scraping therapy can promote microcirculation, speeding up blood flow in the vessels, and accelerating the exchange of substances among blood, tissue fluid, and lymph. In the practice of scraping therapy, Professor Zhang finds that, although the meridian scraping therapy has a better therapeutic effect, the second treatment can only be applied when the malaria cutaneous bleeding disappears, 5 to 7 days after the first therapy. It cannot be continuously applied, and the therapeutic effect will be influenced, and it is also inconvenient in winter. Therefore, she applies bio-holographic theories to the scraping therapy, scraping alternately various holographic acupoint areas on the exposed parts of the body to treat diseases of various organs. The therapy is not limited by environment and seasons, and also patients can receive the therapy every day so as to increase greatly therapeutic effect. The scraping plate with a specific shape is a national patent invention of Professor Zhang Shouqing. Also, she creates many kinds kinds of scraping manipulation methods, making scraping therapy more convenient to apply and easy to learn. Through medical practice of long period, Professor Zhang created holographic meridian scraping therapy in 1995, which is a comprehensive method of prevention and treatment of disease, combining diagnosis, treatment, prevention of diseases, and health care. Scraping therapy is a composition of traditional Chinese medicine. It has a history of more than 2,000 years and goes through 3 stages. That is, from ancient plain scraping therapy to wide application and constant increase in folk, and the 3rd generation of scraping therapy with Professor Zhang Xiuqing as leader. It is convenient, simple, and practical, and it has a good clinical effect. It will play an important role in preventing disease, treating disease, and health care for human race. It is worthy to be popularized. The holographic meridian scraping therapy immediately received warm welcome. It is applied widely to treat common diseases. It gets instant results for headache, fever, cervical spondylopathy, scapulohumeral periarthritis, lumbocrural pain, hyperplasia of mammary glands, and so on. It has obvious therapeutic effects on hypertension, heart disease, sequelae of apoplexy, asthma, diabetes, and gastrointestinal diseases. The method created by Professor Zhang opens a new way for non-pharmacotherapy.
创研的这个川洗刮痧这个疗法呀。
The holographic meridian scraping therapy created by Professor Zhang is the fruit of continuous exploration of traditional Chinese medicine. Scraping therapy appeared early in traditional Chinese medicine, but it was until the 17th century when it was recorded in a book titled Sha Zhang Yu Hen. And based on that, Professor Zhang combined various methods of scraping therapies and developed them to a more complete extent at present. Holography and ancient diagnostic methods of traditional Chinese medicine are combined with scraping therapy to elevate diagnostic and therapeutic theories of the scraping therapy, and so as to establish a better theoretical basis for holographic meridian scraping therapy. With the popularization of the holographic meridian scraping therapy, the Asian therapy is appraised highly by the medical circle. Medical workers, especially Professor Zhang Xiuqing, created the present holographic meridian scraping therapy through systematization, exploration, and raising them to a higher level. This therapy conforms with the basic theories of traditional Chinese medicine, and its main functions are dredging channels and collaterals, regulating qi and blood, resulting in treatment of many diseases, being convenient, non-traumatic, and easy to learn.
而且使用方便，这个没有创伤，学起来也很容易。